I think everybody's weird. We should all celebrate our individuality, not be embarrassed or ashamed of it. People cry, not because they're weak. It's because they've been strong for too long. One day, the people that didn't believe in you will tell everyone how they met you. Laugh as much as you breathe, and love as long as you live. Just keep moving forward and don't give a damn about what anybody thinks. Music touches us emotionally, where words alone can't. You can close your eyes to the things you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to the things you don't want to feel. I think the thing to do is enjoy the ride while you're on it. My body is my journal, and my tattoos are my story. I like the challenge of trying different things and wondering whether it's going to work or not. I try to stay in a constant state of confusion, just because of the expression it leaves on my face. I'm attracted to the idea of vulnerability. If someone were to harm my family, a friend, or someone I love, I would eat them. The only creatures that are evolved enough to convey pure love are dogs and infants. Everything here is edible, even me. But that's called cannibalism, my dear children, and is in fact frowned upon in most societies. Am I a romantic? I've seen Wuthering Heights 10 times. I'm a romantic. There are 4 questions of value in life. What is sacred? Of what is the spirit made? What is worth living for? And what is worth dying for? The answer to each is the same. Only love. You gotta be careful. Don't say a word to nobody about nothing anytime ever. I am doing things that are true to me. The only thing I have a problem with is being labeled. I think as an actor, it's always better to remain as mysterious as possible, which is why I try to avoid interviews. Not all treasure is silver and gold, mate. Me, I'm dishonest, and you can always trust a dishonest man to be dishonest. Honestly, it's the honest ones you want to watch out for. You know the thing about good food? It brings folks together. I pretty much try to stay in a constant state of confusion because of the look it leaves on my face. The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. My sickness is that I'm fascinated by human behavior, by what's underneath the surface, by the worlds inside people. I have a really soft spot for composers. I've got a lot of respect and admiration for them. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I want to be an old man with a beer belly sitting on a porch, looking at a lake or something. I don't pretend to be Captain Weird. I just do what I do. I see kids today, 10 years old, on their cell phones, but I'm from a different time, a different era. Success doesn't change you. It reveals you. There's a drive in me that won't allow me to do certain things that are easy. Growing old is unavoidable, but never growing up is possible. I think in the end, if you're an artist, you'll always be misunderstood. If you love 2 people at the same time, choose the second one, because if you truly loved the first one, you wouldn't have fallen for the second. There's definitely healing properties to being in proximity to the ocean. When kids hit 1 year old, it's like hanging out with a miniature drunk. The thing is, I'm not insane. I'm voluntarily indifferent to normality. People build up walls, not to keep others out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. I've always been fascinated by people, and I love to observe them. Love is one of the hardest things in the world, and it's worth fighting for. I have a lot of respect for people who work behind the scenes. I love the idea of Captain Jack. He has no boundaries. I think I'd rather have a life where I could paint on my own terms. I'd rather be weird than boring. You grow up a little damaged, and sometimes you stay that way. It's only a bad day, not a bad life. A great actor is never through learning. There is a beautiful simplicity to a simple cup of coffee. You have to trust your instincts. With any part you play, there's a certain amount of yourself in it. You learn something new every day if you pay attention. I've always loved taking risks. That's what life's about. I'm attracted to human behavior and the mysteries of life. I believe in doing the right thing, regardless of what people say. Some of the best lessons we ever learn, we learn from our mistakes. Fantasy was always my reality. Art has to be about the exploration of new possibilities. I'm not the go-to guy for what's considered mainstream. The journey is the destination. I'm shy. Paranoid is more like it. It's better to be unique than ordinary. Every detail counts, no matter how small. I don't ever try to define my characters. I let them evolve naturally. There's something beautiful about being in the moment and letting